Hi, I'm Annemarie from Teacher to Teacher Help. Have you ever noticed how much kids love collecting things? In this video, I'm going to show you how we can capitalize on our students' love of collecting things and marry that with a read-aloud ritual. This read-aloud ritual is called trading cards. Let me show you how it works. Every time you read aloud to your students, a ritual that you can incorporate is giving them a trading card, kind of like a baseball card or Pokemon card. And you give them a loose leaf ring. And then the ritual is each time you're finished reading a book, they receive one of these trading cards that has a hole punch in it, and they add it to the ring. So they end up with this collection of the front covers of every book, every chapter book that you have read aloud to them throughout the year. Each time you read a new chapter book, you add another card to the ring. But think about what else you can do with this. Each time you add one, or even between read-alouds, if you want to do some comparing and contrasting, have your students take out their rings, lay out the cards. You can talk about the characters. You can talk about main characters and secondary characters. You can talk about themes in the books. Are there any themes that they see running across multiple books? Do they see characters that seem the same in different books, or lessons that characters learned in one book and another? And so as you grow your read aloud list throughout the year, you're also growing students' repertoire of book experiences, and then leveraging that by having them having conversations about books, not just about one book, but across text. So another way that you might do this, instead of putting it on a ring, you could do a baseball card collection. And I want to show you this one here because this is an example of using picture books for the same idea. But this one is picture books that represent Cinderella stories from all around the world. So one of my favorite read-alouds that I used to do in my classroom as part of my Choose a Book ritual that I talked about in another video is each day reading aloud a picture book that was a Cinderella story from a different part of the world. And then we created this chart where we compared and contrasted the main characters, the magical elements. Every Cinderella story has some things in common. So we looked at what was in common across all of these books, but then also what were some of the changes, what were some of the differences between the books. So I thought another way to do that, in addition to the chart, is to give students these trading cards so that they can see the collection of all of those books. So let me show you, if you decide you want to make these trading cards, let me show you a simple way that you can do this. So all you need to do is create a PowerPoint slide or a Google slide. And in this case, I just divided it into 8 sections. And those sections are the size of the trading cards that I wanted. This becomes my template. And then I simply went to Google Images or Amazon, and every time I found the book cover of the book that represented the book that I wanted to create a card for, I just right-click on it, copy, and then paste it. So you'll see an example here of my Cinderella trading cards. I then put a little border around each one. You wouldn't have to do that, but you could. And then I just simply duplicate enough for every student in the class and cut them out. So if you like this idea, I'm going to include a link to my template here so that you have a set of these, but also just a template that can get you started quickly. So I hope that this ritual is something that you'll try in your classroom. And if you do, I'd love to hear some comments on how it works for you.